Hi, this is Sharon from Irresistible Masks, and I'm going to do a demonstration on how I made a tie where the bead won't pop off at the end. And you have to make these in advance before you sew them into the mask. So let me give you a quick little example of that. This is the N style 3D mask, and the N represents the letter N that you sew the end of the mask in. And this one I didn't create a knot at the end because I didn't know how to do this. I didn't figure it out, but I knew there had to have been a way. So this is going to be the new and improved version of it. And so how that's going to work is you're going to create the bead to lock the bead in place, and you're going to make this in advance before you sew this in. So that's going to go inside the mask when you sew it in, but you have to do this first before you add it, because this one bead has to be threaded on before you sew the mask in. So this demonstration is just so that you know how to make this bead set up this way, and you have to make it in advance. This is too late. I cannot install the end bead in here anymore because these ends are already closed up. Okay, now this is the other version of the mask, which is the fold in type. You don't need to do that for this mask because you're threading this through and the ends will be free, and then you could just put the one bead on there and then knot the end. You could actually bury that and do the same thing, but I find it not necessary. So this demonstration is really for this style mask where you want to sew in your ends and you want to lock your bead in place. So this is really simple. I've stretched out my ties. This is about, I think this is about 10 inches long each. I can't remember. Yeah, it's about 10 inches long, which is going to be sufficient. I folded it in half, so I'm just going to cut this off. And I use a wire, beading wire. I keep thinking I'm going to go to Joann's and buy some floral wire because it's a little stiffer, but this will do. And I'm going to thread my white bead for the end. So I folded it up and made a loop, and I'm going to pull the bead through. So there you go. You got just one bead on there. Now the other bead, the black bead, has to go through both ends, and it's too tight, too hard for me to bead both. So again, I just put the loop through the end and thread the black bead on there. I'll do this demonstration one more time on the video. Okay, so there I got the second bead on there. And then you're going to make the loop again, and I put the wire through the back end towards the tail. Then I want to stick the other free end in there and pull it through, grab it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You're set, and then you could sew this on to your mask. I will just do a quick demonstration, but pretty much I'm done, so you don't have to watch the second demonstration, but I'll add it on here anyway just so that you can see one more time how I did that. I made a loop, put the tail in there, grabbed my one bead, white bead, this is the stopper bead, pulled that through, and then make my loop again, put the one end in there, So I can sit down and watch TV and make a bunch of these for my next bulk sewing day. But this is way superior to what I did before. I'm so pleased that I came up with this idea. There you go. That's my new way to put my adjustable bead on the mask. I hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up and please subscribe.